Throughout Minecraft's history, there have been thousands of defining moments where the timeline has been split by a simple choice that would change the game forever. So here are the biggest decisions that shaped what Minecraft is today and a glimpse at what it could have been. It all started when one man created a game called Infinifrag. That's right, without this game that you've probably never even heard of, made by Zach Barth, the sequel that's credited as the direct inspiration for Minecraft would never have been made. Blocks were almost going to be placed layer by layer in 2D, but then his mate Keith suggested that blocks could be placed by looking where you wanted them to go. If he hadn't said that, I'd have a real job. Zach's next game that Minecraft wouldn't exist without has pretty much no gameplay on YouTube and is so undocumented that when you search its full name on Google, as of this video's release, there are 0 results. Probably because it never actually came out, but I managed to find a copy. It's secretly bundled with this free book on Steam. The description doesn't even mention it by name, but a prototype is included. It was called Infinifrag 2: Revenge of the Blocks. It had cave systems, it had biomes, it had 16 by 16 chunks, all things we now know from a game which wouldn't look like this today if it weren't for this game that's not even fully documented online. Pretty easy to get lost in these randomly generated maps. Oh, there it is. To quote the book, Infinifrag 2 was never finished, but explored some compelling ideas that would go on to make Infiniminer possible. Oh, this video's gonna have a story, isn't it? You might have heard of Infiniminer because this is the one Minecraft was based on. There are 2 teams and each player picks a class. You had to mine ore to get money for your team. There still weren't really enough blocks to be creative with, and that wasn't the goal. All 3 of these projects were real-time strategy games, but people just wanted to build and muck about. Luckily, a random 29-year-old from Sweden saw these flaws and posted a video of an Infiniminer clone he was working on. There's no sound. Just the first ever footage of those iconic grass and cobblestone textures, repurposed from a different game he was making. The next day, he joined a chat room and asked for name suggestions. After a few rubbish ones like Infinite Dwarf Sense, Testbed 5, and Miner Over Matter, user Rinku Hero suggested Cavecraft, and then a few minutes later came back with Minecraft Order of the Stone. Yep, Minecraft's name wasn't even thought of by Mojang. Later that week, the first public build of Minecraft was released in a forum post. The only blocks were dirt, grass, stone, cobblestone, planks, and saplings, but people loved it. Oh yeah, you could also just spawn as Steve by pressing G. Is that skip the tutorial?
Block facts, what brings you to the Museum of Minecraft History?
Since when did you run a museum?
Kind of a spare time thing, but I've got portals to all of the different moments that define Minecraft.
Why steal artifacts when you can time travel right to them? Clever and convenient for the video.
Exactly, and that's why we've got the first ever pixel art right here. This was made just 2.5 hours after the game was first posted. In fact, the person who built it went on to create popular indie games such as Minute and Disc Room. And here's the moment the game's creator found the music of Minecraft's first ever composer, C418.
C418, I want to hear your music.
And then, a few minutes later,
I haven't listened to much yet, but I like minimalistic ambient.
A few days later, the community were asked if mobs should spray blood when they're attacked, but it was ultimately decided that blood was overused and that ragdoll physics would be added instead.
Which never happened.
Just wait until one point sorry, I shouldn't spoil it, but Minecraft could have had a very different age rating with blood.
Oh, the list of future blocks. The origin of crucial blocks like sand, glass, ore, and loads more. There are some differences, like how coal was going to be combined with iron to make steel. However, this list laid the groundwork for what the game would become over a decade later. What's in here? Ugh, Minecraft almost looked like this.
This was from an unreleased version of the game made after a fan suggested randomized positions of the corners of blocks to make the terrain look more smooth and natural.
Looks brilliant.
This experiment showed how important it would be to keep things blocky.
Can't believe trees used to look that blocky.
Well, just 3 days after that, the trees were changed to pretty much exactly what we have today.
Right, but have you got anything interesting?
How about the first ever Minecraft skin? Up until this point, the game was completely free, but it was announced that future expansions would cost money. And when pre-orders opened up, players who paid could upload their own custom skin. And it was just less than a day before people found creative uses like this one.
Why did they just do that?
Do what?
I don't know, they glitched.
Oh, there have been some issues here, but rest assured we're working hard to fix them. Here, have a look at the Minecraft forum, which user Citrix Squid made because the official Minecraft forum had too much spam. And the day after, they also made the Minecraft wiki. It was a busy week. And this was the same week that the hotbar was added. It's even still using the same old sand texture over 15 years later. And not long after that, the menu buttons were changed to the stone texture that's also still used inside of Java Edition.
Hold on, don't change the subject. What's going on with the skins?
Well, this was the first ever skin with a hat layer, which was added to players' skins while developing armor after realizing there was still space in the texture.
Mo, what's causing the glitches in this place? I want to see the next floor.
Sorry, the other floors are strictly locked down after recent issues. Let's just get you home.
We can fix it. The world needs to see the charm Minecraft has lost.
People have already gone in, and they haven't come out.
And we're going to get them out too. Get in.
The survival test. This was the moment it was first decided that players would have 10 hearts, and half hearts were introduced as well.
Is that Squiddo?
Guys,
Proto-creepers. You probably know about that fateful day when a mistake was made while making the pig's model. An image was posted called disturbingpig.jpg, along with the messages, "It looks creepier when animated," and "I'll keep it for a creepy creature."
Those aren't the dangerous ones. Alongside the release of the survival test, the first ever video footage of a creeper explosion was posted. They would jump around and explode with leaf particles when you kill them, so don't try fighting them.
Is there any other option?
Oh, we could deactivate the portal to stop more coming through, but I'm not too sure about these guys.
What about a paradox?
You can't break the rules of time.
If we reopen it to before they entered, they wouldn't have come here in the first place.
No, that's not how it... You got lucky. I don't think you're gonna get away with that.
Wish I'd thought of it earlier.
What were you here anyway, Squiddo? Don't tell me it was to see the dirt slab.
It was the first ever appearance of Half Block, and the first look at rain.
No, I was here for the artist application. Only 27 applied, and the guy they chose to be Minecraft's first ever artist ended up making weird 3D characters and left after a few months.
Yeah, that logo doesn't really scream Minecraft. Well, it does, but you get the point.
Are you sure you want to go deeper?
Is it going to fix itself?
Can I come? I'll help with the jokes.
Yes, let's go.
Welcome to InDev. This was the first version you had to pay for. It added torches, dynamic lighting, and those 3D characters. The previous version became Minecraft Classic and stayed free for a while, but it's all been turned off.
How did it take 6 months for tools to be added? Shovels and swords were the first ones, added alongside 4 sets of armor and a quiver for arrows. Whoa.
See, this place isn't that simple. These aren't just portals. We store and give power to the physical points in time, so if they're turned off,
The memory fades.
and the timeline will revert to the last active memory.
How's all that work?
Don't think about it too hard, mate.
We've only got about 20 minutes. We can't get them all back on.
Just means we've got a lot to cover in 20 minutes. Like the addition of the chest, which used to look like this. Sure, the less animated design might not look as good, but you could use them as decorative blocks. If the chest hadn't been added, storage would be a nightmare.
Looks like crafting was a nightmare at first. The first idea for crafting shows that tools like axes were going to open a gather resources menu when clicking on a log. You would extract things like sticks from the wood and then use them to assemble stuff in your inventory. The game could have been a lot less fun if that change hadn't been made. Plans were expanded on later that week with the crafting table, which stayed pretty much the same to this day, unlike resource gathering, though it was called a workbench for a while after it was added.
That was the same day that held items became 3D, instead of just being completely flat sprites. Man, that old style seems so weird today, but oddly charming. Dropped items were still 2D though, and you could do this. Chucking items into fire would smelt them. Not perfect game design, but it was the start of a core idea. You ever wish Minecraft could go back to being like this? Just a bit more charmingly silly.
It still is. These things also influence things today. That's why they're defining moments. Remember those weird 3D characters? If that artist hadn't made them, then this fan wouldn't have randomly called this one Black Steve, which quickly caught on and led to the default skin being called Steve. The reason Jack Black played Steve in the movie traces back to this exact moment.
I guess you're right.
Hey, are you gonna switch these on or no? Minecraft would not be the same without the title screen. Before it was added, you just spawned straight into a world. This one has the first ever splash text saying pre-beta, and the background originally scrolled vertically. The game also wouldn't be the same without the daylight cycle, but it almost wasn't added in because it was a technical challenge and might not be fun. Though the game's creator reluctantly posted, okay, I'll add a day-night cycle to the game, and the feature was released that same day.
Great, they're all back on.
Let's get to the next floor. This is Infinifrag. It started with a potentially game-breaking idea, and it would delay the game by at least 2 months. Infinitely large maps.
Oh, this is when the paintings were added. Just before Infindev actually started development, there was one last in-dev version. It added 19 paintings by Christopher Zetterstrand, the brother of the game's creator's wife at the time. What does Infindev mean anyway? Is it called that because the worlds are now infinite, or because the game will be infinitely developed? Well, at least for as long as the game sells enough for the developer to live off it.
Probably because of the infinite worlds, which now include fancier trees. This was when a modder called DudeCon created a Python script that added massive trees to your world. It became so popular that the creator of Minecraft worked with him to add fancy trees to the game. He's in the credits and got $500 US, but I can't help feeling he should have got at least a little more than that.
That's not as impressive as Minecraft becoming 4D. Oh, Mojang's first April Fool's joke. The plan was to have an elaborate post of Minecraft going 4D here, but I ran out of time. I was even going to have a video. Not that impressive, but it was the start of a tradition that's still going on 15 years later.
Right, what's next?
Alpha, the free version before InDev was renamed to Minecraft Classic. The free version was the only way to play multiplayer at the time, and creative mode was also announced. Let's get the lights on. Guess we're doing this in the dark.
Wait, Now try it. The second version of Alpha added levers, buttons, pressure plates, and redstone. It's amazing how this small Secret Friday update added a mechanic so core to the game that most of Minecraft's most impressive builds wouldn't work without it.
A few weeks after that, another core mechanic took shape: survival multiplayer. This is an image of the first ever SMP. Classic had multiplayer, but you couldn't play survival with other players. Hard to imagine Minecraft without this feature, though there would be no griefing.
Everything here's griefed, but why aren't these? Just jukeboxes and music discs. 13. Oh, I think I know where this is going. Jukeboxes playing 13 were originally going to naturally generate. According to C418, he always wanted the player to find it somewhere deep within a cave. That could have terrified an entire generation of kids, but instead something else was created that did. The day after 13 was added, someone uploaded it to YouTube. The video is just a static image, but something can be seen in the bottom left. 2 white dots. The next day, a story was posted, inspired by the image. It's completely made up, of course, but the player talks about weird things happening in their world. Eventually, they look into their mine and see nothing but 2 white eyes staring back. 3 weeks after the white eyes story was posted, a world was created, a screenshot was taken and edited, and another, much more popular horror story was posted. But it's completely fictional. There's no such thing as Herobrine.
He might not be real in your timeline. Let's look at something a little more positive, like the announcement of the Hell biome. It would be used for an alternate fast travel dimension, inspired by the book series The Wheel of Time. Obviously, this is the idea that became the Nether.
Around this time, Minecraft's look changed forever. A modder called Mr. Messiah added ambient occlusion to his mod. He also made a mod called Better Light, adding smooth lighting. Both of these features were added to the game later on. To thank him, his account was given a unique cape 5 years later. Another important mod was released that same week, called Mod Loader. It allowed multiple mods to be used at the same time, which sounds pretty boring now, but it was revolutionary at the time. Eventually, it was remade into Minecraft Forge.
On that same day, Mojang was officially founded as a company. Yeah, they'd sold over 500,000 copies, but they weren't even an actual company yet. 2 days after that, a fan called Xaphobia created a texture that would be used for years to come: the zombie pigment.
Whoa, Skip, careful, why would you provoke it?
Wait, this artist wasn't even paid. Ah!
Squiddo, no!
Here's the release of Alpha 1.2.2, which added texture pack support and the iconic pack.png icon, which is now actually a painting in the game.
Skip, did you not see what happened to Squiddo? She's gone!
I'm back.
Oh, phew. Thought we were on hardcore mode.
Lucky timing, I was just about to activate this article, which directly inspired the idea for hardcore mode. The writer played Minecraft, but planned to delete the world if he died. The game's creator liked the concept enough to add it as a game mode, spawning a whole YouTube genre.
Do we really have to leave all of these on?
Plot facts: the world won't be the same if these things never existed. We can do this.
Alright.
The world also wouldn't be the same if Jeb and Junkboy didn't join Mojang. Junkboy joined as an artist and created the Minecraft logo we know today. He's now Mojang's creative director. Jeb, on the other hand, joined as a server programmer. He's now Mojang's chief creative officer. Things worked out pretty well for those guys.
Oh, the Yogscast first Minecraft video. If they hadn't started doing Minecraft videos, this channel and a lot of others might not exist. We should get them to help us.
You can't recruit them. Interacting with people from the past could cause its own timeline split. You need to be careful when opening portals to people. Look, there's Deadmau5. After he showed Minecraft at one of his concerts, Mojang added exclusive ears to his player model that only show up if you have his username. He still has the ears today, and his name tag renders higher than most players because of it.
Didn't you say more people went in and haven't come out? We need to find them then. Come on, Squiddo.
Just gotta fix a couple more exhibits. Weird. Uh-oh. We need to go.
What's happened?
A server mod was made at the end of 2010, which cemented a lot of aspects about a certain myth.
What myth? What are you talking about?
Herobrine.
Ah, to the left!
It was around that time that the horse was added to the Mo Creatures mod. 2 years later, the mod's developers helped Mojang to add the horses to the game.
Skip, we don't have time, come on!
The game has reached beta.
Phew.
One feature in beta 1.0 that changed the game forever was added on a whim. Capes. They were called cloaks at the time, and there was only a Mojang one for employees. And they probably didn't realize just how valuable these different accounts with certain capes would become.
One of the first things to happen during beta was the creation of the McRegion world format by modder Scavolus, making saving and loading up to 7 times faster. It was so good that it was added to the game pretty much unchanged. It has been replaced by the Anvil format since, but some properties still remain. Scavolus didn't stop there. Just a couple days later, the same guy revolutionized game performance with a mod called Fast Render, letting people with weaker hardware play the game.
Sure, but what was revolutionary?
It became Optimine and was later combined with OptiFog to create
Optifine!
Great Wolves.
I've got this.
Where'd he get bones? Wolves were added after the game's creator had breakfast with one of his idols while in America and promised promised to add pet dogs to Minecraft. Jeb worked on adding them later that month. Jeb also implemented pistons during beta, which traced back to a mod made by Hippopotamus. They used to look like this and could launch entities into the air. If the code hadn't been given to Jeb, a lot of contraptions would have been impossible to make. Prince Sam?
Put it back up! I'm hiding from the wolves! I just want to go home.
Don't worry, we've dealt with them.
Oh, yay!
See, they're not that bad.
You know, ironically, the piston mod was made around the time that Mojang announced you would have to pay to be a mod developer. You'd get the game's source code, but there was so much backlash that the cost was removed the same day. Clearly, even old Minecraft had controversial decisions.
Now that's scary. Surely there's more positive ones to reactivate.
How about when Mojang announced Minecraft Pocket Edition? It was originally exclusive to Sony's Xperia Play phone. Obviously, that exclusivity didn't last long. When it was first released, Pocket Edition didn't have wolves or any mobs at all.
Now that's some nostalgia. Sam, did you turn on those exhibits on the last floor?
No, all I did was turn this one off.
What one?
It was the first ever changelog to include a terrifying phrase that Mojang still used to this day. Removed Herobrine.
Yeah, that's been happening. Look, you've got to help us get all of these back on, even the bad ones.
Okay, let's do it.
Less than 2 weeks after the announcement of Pocket Edition, Microsoft announced Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition at E3. This was years before they owned Mojang.
Our Legacy Console Edition.
Now, this was one of Minecraft's most controversial features, the hunger bar, which was first seen in a screenshot showing a world with a 512 block height limit. When hunger was added, it redefined how survival is played, and a lot of players did not like that at all. Over a decade later, people still want to make mods to imagine a timeline where Mojang didn't actually add in the hunger bar.
It was a lot simpler without hunger. Wouldn't it be nice to revert to a time like that?
Well, you're not gonna like this one. In a blog post about why Minecraft would never be released on Steam, one of the main reasons was that they probably wouldn't be able to have a map marketplace. You might think the Minecraft marketplace was an idea from Microsoft to make more money, but Mojang were considering it long before Microsoft owned them.
This was all before I even started playing. Alright, maybe old Minecraft wasn't as good as I thought, but I still think it was better than it is now.
Really? What about when Mojang announced secret project Rex Kwando? Nearly 10 years later, it was revealed that Mojang were working on a Lego game called Brickcraft. It never got released to the public, even after nearly a year of development.
They still added a lot of really good features to Minecraft in that time though, like villagers, which were inspired by the shopkeeper from a game called Dungeon Master 2 from 1993. They were originally called Testificants, and some people still call them that. It's hard to imagine Minecraft today without villagers.
It's hard to play Minecraft today without ender chests, which were suggested by a fan. If they hadn't made that post, late game survival would be entirely different.
Yes, and a couple weeks later, another fan suggested item frames and flower pots. Some of Minecraft's best ideas came from fans around this time.
And Mojang could reach more fans than ever before in schools with the release of the first officially licensed education version, Minecraft EDU. 5 years later, Mojang acquired its developer and released Education Edition.
Things did start to change just before the official release of Minecraft 1.0, with the classic explosion sound being replaced. And the oof sound got removed too.
Well, okay, I can't come if it's gonna be dangerous.
Probably will be, but we need all the help we can get. We'll get you home straight after.
Let's go!
With the first real Minecon, Minecraft had its full release with a big lever being pulled on stage.
The week after Minecraft's release, a long-running tradition started with the first Minecraft snapshot. It was called 11W47A. Good to see they had those incredibly catchy names from the start. At least they stayed consistent.
With Minecon out of the way and Minecraft fully released, Jeb was given the title of lead developer for Minecraft, while the game's creator focused on other projects.
Now this should bring back some memories. This was when a YouTuber called Varider created a trailer that probably convinced you and millions of other players to buy the game. It was on the Minecraft website for years.
Guys, I found Ashwag!
Can we get him out?
I can't break the glass!
Something's using commands. In the 15th snapshot ever, commands were added to single player. Previously, you could only use them on servers, unless you had a mod called single player commands. This also led to command blocks being added later that year, revolutionizing map making. And a lot of map making features that Jeb added to the game were suggested in this deleted YouTube video. It had ideas like the ability to turn off mob griefing, have items that only work on certain blocks, and so much more. Another big change that influenced map making was the updated creative inventory. Before, it looked like this, pretty much just a list of items. Update 1.3 added tabs and even a search feature. I genuinely remember this like it was yesterday.
Not long after the release of Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition, the game's first ever paid cosmetics released, Skin Pack 1. You couldn't get custom skins on console, but you could now play as Banjo, Master Chief, a Creeper, or even...
Herobrine. That's who's using commands. Get ready. He's building something.
Something else in 1.3 was LAN mode. Single-player worlds were now multiplayer servers that people on the same network could join. The thing is, it broke a lot of features, like the animation that Gas used to have, and created a bunch of bugs.
Oh, he's made a wither. Where's he gone?
The commands have stopped.
Withers were added in a random snapshot and they weren't even announced, but were left in the code. You couldn't spawn them in without mods. They weren't finished, so they were really buggy, and there was a risk your game could crash.
How do we fight it? We don't even have armor.
The bug tracker. Bugs used to be tracked on the Minecraft wiki, but eventually Atlassian gave Mojang a free license to use their bug tracking software, Jira. They opened Mojira for anyone to submit a bug report on, and it's still pretty crucial for keeping the game stable today. Let me just find a bug we can use.
Don't worry, I've got it.
How'd you do that?
I was here to fix this place, but he trapped me the first time. I need to beat this guy.
Oh, some backstory. Let's get the place reactivated.
At the end of 2012, Minecraft's creator said he'd need $2 billion to endorse someone's product. Well, nearly 2 years later, his wish would come true.
Well, Minecraft was about to make a whole lot more money with the release of Realms. It started with just 100 accounts getting early access to make a realm for free, and eventually Realms released as a paid service. And Mojang really improved how you load up the game around this time. The first snapshot for 1.6 released alongside a brand new launcher. The old one just let you log in and play, and that was it. This new one added loads of new settings and let you play nearly every version ever released, going as far back as early unreleased prototypes.
See, old Minecraft is all still there.
You're right.
Here was a pivotal moment for all Minecraft YouTubers. Mojang had a meeting with YouTube and they were told they could get a cut of all Minecraft video ad revenue and said it was tempting. If they had made a different choice, there would probably be a lot less Minecraft content on YouTube.
For people creating content inside the game, things were about to get a whole lot easier as texture packs were being renamed to resource packs because you could now add your own sound effects and music, adding a whole new dimension to adventure maps.
Going into 2014, Mojang announced they'd be working with Warner Brothers on a movie about Minecraft.
I can't believe that was 11 years before it came out.
Well, it depends on what time you're from.
While 1.8 was in development, Jeb posted a texture and asked for a name suggestion for the blog. Eventually, a user suggested Prismarine, and that's what it's known as today. It could have been called Seashell or Neptune if you picked one of the other popular suggestions.
When rabbits were announced for Minecraft, a Minecraft suggestions user posted a plea for Mojang to add their bunny called Toast, who went missing that week. It caught Mojang's attention and the Toast Easter egg still exists in the game.
Okay, this is not looking good. The Minecraft EULA change of 2014. Mojang announced a whole new set of rules for servers. Essentially, a lot of pay-to-win elements were no longer allowed. It was a massive deal at the time, with articles posted saying things like, a change to the rules is tearing the community apart.
The whole world's getting torn apart. We haven't done it in time.
It's only going to get worse. This is your last chance to turn back.
No, we need to get to the present day. Over 3 years after Pocket Edition's announcement, it finally got infinite worlds. Still no hunger though. Why does he want us to go back?
Guys, look at this! Here's when Slim skins were introduced, alongside Alex, a brand new character. There!
That's been happening since I got here. There's something we're missing. Skip, let's move.
We're in the Microsoft era. In September of 2014, Mojang's founders left the company after selling it to Microsoft for $2.5 billion.
Minecraft had its first spin-off game announced not long after the Microsoft deal, Minecraft Story Mode. Since then, we've had 2 seasons of Story Mode, a mobile game, 2 console games, and an arcade machine. Shockingly, that's the only one that's still being updated. And when Microsoft showed off their HoloLens AR headset, they used Minecraft in the trailer as an example of what it could do. Even though this version never actually released, it was so deep in Bedrock Edition's code that Spectator Mode was added as Game Mode 6, because 3 and 4 were for the HoloLens version.
Something positive that happened during this time was the introduction of a name changing. Every player was given a unique ID, allowing them to change their name without any issues on servers.
However, Microsoft continued putting their stamp on the game with the release of Windows 10 Edition Beta. Finally, players on PC were able to play Pocket Edition. It was the beginning of the end for Legacy Console Edition, and maybe even Java Edition.
Oh, it definitely is.
What does that mean?
Oh, Blockfax, can't you see? It's been right in front of your eyes this whole time.
I think we're going to need some epic music. After Microsoft bought Mojang, Gareth Coker became the first composer other than C418 to make original in-game music, as part of the Greek mythology mashup pack.
He's respawning the Ender Dragon!
Oh, this place is already torn up enough as it is! The first version that let you respawn the Ender Dragon was actually the first snapshot for the combat update. However, to respawn the dragon, you had to build a creeper face out of clay.
Things are starting to disappear!
Grab what you still can!
When command blocks were updated with chain and repeat variants, players could make experiences that were never possible before. So many creations wouldn't work without these. No!
Travel would not be the same today without the Elytra, which was first teased in a video posted by Jeb, showing Steve flying around an end city. The text texture was different here too. Why does all the good stuff have to disappear?
Shields changed combat forever in 1.9. It also removed sword blocking and introduced an attack recharge time, though some people still play on 1.8 today because they don't like these combat changes.
In a snapshot for 1.11, the first illagers were added. That also meant you could now get totems of undying. Shulkers were also given a use with the addition of shulker boxes. No! I'm not sure we can do this without these items.
Thought you weren't too fond of the new stuff.
Huh, yeah. Ah! Block facts. Why can I hear myself? I'm in your subconscious. Ugh. Anyway, stop. Where's Skip? Removed. Because Alpha was a better time. I lived peacefully. Ever since Beta, they've tried to remove me. Well, now, I'm going to remove you. Not by reversing the world. We got it nearly all back on. Yeah, if I can't have it my way, let's have yours. Because you're going to love where things are going. The announcement of the Minecraft Marketplace. Bedrock replacing Legacy Console Edition. Minecon no longer being an actual convention. Fortnite Battle Royale, a free game taking off while Minecraft's popularity reaches its lowest point ever. Don't get me started on the mob vote. They picked the Phantom. And the texture update, those classic, charming textures are gone. The texture update was an improvement. Face it, Minecraft is going downhill. And you chose this. You know you want to go back to Alpha. Oh, but you just reminded me that Minecraft's just about to get good. Have a look at this. Mojang listened to the fans again after one Belgian YouTuber gets 50,000 votes on his cave update idea. The Village and Pillage update releases, reviving interest in the game, alongside a trailer made by the fans, just like the old days. Gaming Week begins as a joke, spawning one of the biggest Minecraft Let's Play series ever, leading to the opening of arguably the most famous Minecraft SMP ever in 2020. Then, in 2021, the Lifesteal SMP opened. Mojang start a new tradition in 2023 with the first ever Game Drop update, and in 2024 announced the future of Minecraft with no more mob votes, more live announcements, and more frequent content drops. And speaking of drops, no! Yes! Guys, come here! We did it! And that brings us to the last defining moment. This video being posted.
Cheap.
Oh, alright then, vibrant visuals changes the look of the game forever. We saved every memory up to the present day. I wonder what will happen next. And if you want to know what massive problems with the game won't be changing, check out this video about the glitches Mojang said they won't fix. Can't believe we got through this whole video without mentioning Notch. Oh,